Okay, what is up, everybody, again? Now, one thing I wanted to do is eventually at some point, I want to start interviewing my guitar playing friends and kind of get a general idea of they like, what they like to use, what got them started, so forth, and what have you. And I'm going to start with me to give you guys a little bit better of an idea of where I come from as far as playing guitar. So, this is the first. Bear with me here. So, the first question is what got me started playing guitar? Now, my grandpa Mel, seeing how much I love watching him play guitar, he played a lot of country and western stuff, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, things of that nature. And he had a couple of guitars that he bought, years ago, back in the 60s, 70s, and decided to give me one for, I was about, I don't know, 11 when he gave it to me. And I've had it ever since. And it was like a Sears copy of an SG, like a Silvertone almost, but way before even they had a brand name. And I started playing along to the radio, Iron Man, Smoke on the Water, stuff like that. And that's kind of what got me started. So, thanks to my grandpa Mel, I love guitar. Guitar driven music, hard rock, heavy metal, things of that nature. The second question is my biggest influence. Around the same time, my grandpa's neighbor, Rob, had live videos of bands playing, and I saw Metallica's Live S, Binge and Purge, and I saw James Hetfield playing guitar live in San Diego, and how he commanded the instrument, his posture, everything was so intimidating, so intense. I saw that and I was like, whoa, that dude is awesome. His guitar tone is sick, his vocals are sick. I want to do that. So he's my biggest influence. Secondary, Kirk Hammett, his lead playing. I started out as a blues player, so he plays blues really fast and it sounds awesome. But also Zakk Wylde, Dimebag, which anybody that loves lead playing loves Dimebag because dude ripped. But also Robin Trower, Hendrix, Richie Blackmore, Steve Vai, Adrian Vandenberg. Granted, I cannot play lead like those guys do, the neoclassical stuff, but I can appreciate the fact that those guys knew how to shred like crazy. The third question is, what is my favorite guitar? And that is an easy answer. My guitar kit Flying V that I've showed you guys, and hold on just a second. My white Flying V, because I bought this as a guitar kit off Amazon and it has become my number one guitar. We're talking $130, $140, maybe even $150 or $60 guitar kit. And due to the fact that I got to pick and choose a lot of the electronics, machine heads, eventually I'm going to change out the bridge. It has become pretty much my signature guitar. This is my number one guitar I pick up anytime I play guitar. Now, I also do have, as you've seen, LTD Snakebite, LTD MX250, which is the lawsuit version of the Explorer, the LTD version of the MX250. But this guitar is super personal to me because I've made a lot of decisions in regard to how this guitar is set up, what parts go into it, and just in general, how it plays. Now, number 4, what my favorite piece of gear is. Now, as you can imagine, through the videos you've seen, I have a lot of gear. But so far, my favorite is the Mesa Mark V, because a lot of the tones that I grew up listening to, as far as, strangely enough, Toto, Metallica, Alex Skolnick, and various other guitar players, they tended to use the Mesa Mark IIc Plus or the Mark III or the Mark IV. And the tones they accomplished throughout their careers, even like my personal favorite is the guitar tone for James Hetfield on the Black Album, were achieved with those amplifiers. Now, that kind of easily jumps into question 5. What is my dream rig? Now, subtracting out the amplifier head, if I were to have any other amplifier head right now, it'd be the Mesa JP2C. Same pedal train that you've seen in my previous videos. Obviously, my Mesa 412, because, well, it's a Mesa 412. That's like the benchmark for heavy metal guitar for, I don't know, the past 30 years. Just saying. And ESP MX250 in white. I'd accept it in black. But, of course, those guitars are about $20,000. And let's just say, unless you're a rich feller, that ain't going to happen. But I would also include, if I couldn't get the JP2C, I'd also get a Mesa Mark IV, which is very capable of getting the Mesa Mark III, 2, and 1 tones. And the only differentiation there is the Mesa Mark IV is about 85 watts, to where the JP2C is 100, switched down to, I think, 50 or 60. And they're pretty close as far as cloning the Mark sound from Mesa. But I would still run an EQ to the loop, a delay, chorus, overdrive, and noise gate. Because that's just how I do things. I don't plug straight in, because I've noticed there's very few amplifiers out there that I could plug straight into and get the sounds I want. Now, bearing that in mind, my tone versus the tones I like is completely different. If I were to have my tone, I would be plugged directly into a PV XXX, into a XXX cab, a MXR modified OD badass overdrive, a 6-band in the loop, as well as a carbon copy in the loop, and a micro chorus in front of that modified OD with smart gate in the end. But I've gotten to this point in my tone chasing journey to where I found my tone. I am now looking for tones that I wish I could have. And I'm getting closer and closer every day to those tones. So, to conclude this riveting episode of Red Eye Dog Productions, I'm going to leave it off with that. Just let me know if you have any comments. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. If I can't answer them, I will direct you to a channel that can. And you have yourselves a darn good weekend. Talk at you later.